in Nashville. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tennessee Titans. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
First down, Panthers. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for a linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Young on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go get 6. Run it up the dirt. Keep it together, offense. Keep it together.
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. He is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Titans at 2-8 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Motion man is Shakir. Levis now on second down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Levis on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good in their win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Young working out of the gun. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
Paul want to give up the middle. yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Panthers 6.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Hall.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
To throw, Young. And his pass incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. Touchdown, Panthers. Laviska Chenault.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers are able to stretch out their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Drake. He juked him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd down, here's Spears.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it.
Complete to number 16, Traylon Burks. 10 yards on the pickup.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Levis back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
and short. It's Levis. That is caught. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. It's a big play there from Tennessee. 41 yards.
That's good for the Titans. First down.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Over the middle, he has a Conquay. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. In motion, the tight end. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him.
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win 8 games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Powering his way forward. And how about the work on the ground to start the drive? 2 big-time runs. This one 19 yards and another first. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Young to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. A 3rd down gain of 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. Sharks got it left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. They'll start the drive with Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Motion man is Shakir. On 1st down, Drake. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down, here's Levis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Levis to throw it.
On the move to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Keep it up. Your ball, baby.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And the tight end goes in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Levis now off of play action. And that one too wide and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's Young on 1st down.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
At the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes, right side. And he'll head out of
of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Breece Hall, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. The Young's going to throw for this. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Levis from the gun. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Second down, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And Shark calls it in. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 79 yards. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Levis. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Levis. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 47-yard line.
Paul again. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here is Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo from 21 yards away. And the Panthers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's 2nd and 10. Levis now on 2nd down. That one's taken in by Spears. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
Hey.